accepted for your approval. This is the story of the Midnight Club. Greetings, geeks and geekeras. It is me. I am back. 10 points to those of you who got that reference. Hey guys, we're here to talk about Riverdale. Not just Riverdale, as you can tell. The Midnight Club episode. Holy fuck. This episode. So, first of all, we start off, surprisingly, in modern day, with where we pick up where we last left off, I mean. We see Betty and Veronica, and then Betty gets a call from the coroner. He told her that apparently the story of Doily and the other kid that I can't remember his name sparked something in him, so he looked to old cases and he found something. And so she takes the old case of the murdered guy with blue lips, shows it to her mom, and she's like, bet. What the fuck? There's physical proof now. Tell me what the fuck's going on. She's like, okay. And so she tells her the story of the Midnight Club. The story of Alice, FP, Fred, Hermione, getting Penelope, and I think just Josie's mom, former mayor. They all got detention, and true typical Breakfast Club fashion, they start to become friends through detention. Then when they start to become friends, they start to get more comfortable with each other and more comfortable with being in detention. And Hermione takes it upon herself that the teacher stole her game device, so she wants to break in and steal it back. So she does, and when they do, they get all their stuff, which included Fred Andrews' drumsticks, because apparently Fred Andrews was a wannabe rock star, had several electric guitars, knew how to play them, knew drums. He was like full-on wannabe rock star. But also wanted to take care of his dad, who was dying. So, yeah. So anyway, the group in the collection of confiscated stuff find a thing of griffins and gargoyles, or gargoyles and griffins. I forgot which one's which. So they do that. They get it. They start playing it because they're like, why not? There were rumors that someone had a heart attack playing it, so they're like, okay. Which, also, just side note, it's really cool to see these actors play these roles, because in case you didn't know, the kids are playing their parents in these flashbacks. which was really cool to see. I believe KJ got to rock his original hair, like his natural hair color. But still not his accent, which I only recently found out about that. When you hear him talk not on Riverdale, whoa. But anyway, it's really cool, especially because Alice was the punk. Josie's mom was like full on power to the people type thing. FP was typical quarterback dude. Apparently he had an abusive asshole father who got him into being a serpent. Eventually. But that's later on. Oh yeah, by the way, sorry. I forgot to say this earlier. Spoilers, if you hadn't seen it by now. Sorry for spoiling so much. Go watch it. Then come back and tell me what you think in the comments down below. So anyway, back to the story. Hermione is like... seems kind of like the main chick from Rise. Kinda. But she wants more to life and she wants to get out of Riverdale. Luckily, the new guy that she likes will get that for her. But not apparently before having a fling with Fred. Which I knew they were a thing in modern time, but I didn't know they had a thing back in the day. That's interesting. Speaking about things of back in the day, apparently Josie's mom and Kevin's dad had a fling back when they were kids. And it's weird, even seeing them in the flashback. I ship it. Like, I really do ship it and hope that they end up together. Not Josie and Kevin, obviously, but the characters that they were playing, their parents. Oh yeah, should probably bring this up. Penelope Blossom. Apparently she's got a very fucked up past. Apparently she grew up with the sisters on the farm. Or grew up with the sisters, which is even worse than the farm, apparently. It seems. But she grew up with the sisters because she was an orphan. Her parents died when she was young. But then the Blossoms came and adopted her. Initially to be their daughter, but then eventually to be their daughter-in-law. Who would have thought? In flashback, they'd finally work together, the whole Cheryl brother romantic thing going on, but by playing their parents. Ugh. Anyway, they start playing Griffins and Gargoyles, and it's fun. They first just play it, do some role playing, which is pretty cool. Then they start to do some LARPing, which is pretty cool, because I like both. I do role playing on a regular basis. Like more than a regular basis, honestly. But anyway, then they start turning it into like LARPing, which is pretty cool, and they're sneaking out midnight. Hence the name Midnight Club, to hang out at school. Then one day they're creeping the halls of the school and they find another group. They find out that they're not alone. The other group consisted of, I don't even think we got most of their names, but it's Reggie's dad, Dilton Doyley's dad, another, I think he was nameless guy, who I thought for sure was gonna die. And then young Hiram Lodge, played by the actor's son, IRL. Which also, holy fuck. Speaking about Hiram Lodge's actor, holy fuck, his wife, Kelly Ripa, just announced that she's going to be playing Hiram Lodge's mistress. Because of course he has a mistress. And I bet you he has a son or a daughter too with the mistress. But anyway, back to this episode. So they start playing it and playing it as a group now. Things are getting more intense. Then they start getting messages from the Gargoyle King to do things here and there. And then finally they meet late at night. And it's the whole chalice thing. No one knows who set it up. But then things get more intense when Hiram brings in the new drug, which apparently the modern day drug is basically drugged up pixie sticks. But the old school drug was apparently Pop Rocks that you took with soda. Interesting. But anyway, the drugs got them all high, except for Alice, who was pregnant with Charles, who definitely isn't still alive, and definitely isn't maybe the Gargoyle King. Anyway, so things get really like cuckoo intense, like Joker level insanity. Like someone put Joker gas in the school. And so Alice gets freaked out and leaves, especially when she sees the principal who's there. And then after that, they find out that when Archie came home, his dad was, when Fred came home, his dad was dead. He blames himself for that. And also, the principal went missing. Later found out that he was dead. And apparently the Midnight Club split up over this. And they swore to take it to their graves. They'd never talk about it again. And through Alice we find out that it's because they all secretly had the fear that one of them was a killer. Which is kind of true because one of them is a killer at least. Hiram fucking Lodge, which I still fucking hate. Even though we technically didn't see him this episode. In modern time at least. But anyway, Alice asks Betty not to look into this, and it's Betty, of course she's going to. And so Alice just says, just do not play the game. And when Betty comes to her little love bunker with where Jughead is, she finds out that the whole gang, including, I believe there was Cheryl, Josie, it looked like Veronica, Kevin, Cheryl, and maybe one or two more other people, but more specifically Jughead. And it looks like the game has made them go crazy, which on one hand I'm loving this show because it's so good and so unpredictable. But on the other hand, why the hell you gotta give role-playing a bad name? It's not that bad. It's not like Mazes and Monsters, which is a far out game. Another 10 points to someone who gets that reference. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. If you like this video, maybe think about hitting the like button, subscribing if you hadn't already, maybe share the video if you feel inclined to. I know, sorry, but this thing has to be said. I just always forget it, and I know it gets annoying to hear everyone say it, but it really does help. So if you do any of those, or even if you just stayed at this point, thank you. Thank you for watching. Next time you'll see me will be for Titans. Yup. Titans whenever I can get to it on Friday, because for some reason they decide to post it at 5 a.m. on Fridays. At least 5 a.m. my time. Lord knows why. Also, heads up, if you guys didn't know, reason why you didn't see me yesterday was because Black Lightning and Flash both skipped today because of the election. And I hope you guys voted, even though it didn't go out great. But I don't want to get political with this channel, but I will just say that that's why I didn't do a video yesterday. But I will do Titans. Thank you guys for watching once again. Till next time, and beyond.